So many vows. They make you swear and swear. Defend the king, obey the king, obey your father, protect the innocent, defend the weak. No matter what you do, you're forsaking one vow or another.
It isn't easy being the prince. I will bring honor to my father and my kingdom. I should be in command. I know what I'm doing. Behold, Muradin, our salvation. Frostborn.
Let's begin.
For lies! You've always been such a coward! You handed me over to Moon just so you could save yourself!
Oh, you're not so different from me! You're just a terrorist who says he's trying to eradicate war!
Did I ever tell you how I got the nickname, the Dragon of the West?
I'm no traitor, Zhao. The Fire Nation needs the moon too. Whatever you do to that spirit, I'll unleash on you tenfold! Let it go now!
This hero that comes into Valhalla does not lament his death. There, I shall wait for my sons to join me. And when they do, I will bask in their tales of triumph.
Once upon a time, I was me after Horus's rebellion. I was distraught because you had died. My normal calm had been compromised to the point that the only reasonable thing I could think to do was to bring my Imperial fist with me to hunt down and kill all remaining traitors with immense abhorrence.
Elijah, human, weak like all of you are, feeling age circling him like starved dogs, howling for blood. To me, he reeks of age and failure. And madness. To me, he is simply the old man.
I am only grieved and ashamed that such a demon has come from our tribe. Even if every one of us dies, it will be a battle the humans will never forget.
I ain't made that way. The way I see it, you've earned yourself 24 hours. If I were you, I'd use the time. Make peace with whatever demons you got left.
My choices are my own. And yet, how ironic. For I now find I have no choice at all. I am a warrior. Let the battle be joined.
Well, at some point, one must accept the reality of the situation. Defense is a swift and decisive offense. What is going on? You've met Satine. You know I once harbored feelings for her.
There are worlds beyond heaven and hell. I travel these realms as one of the four horsemen. A reaper of souls. An ender of worlds. My brother, War, stands falsely accused of unleashing Armageddon upon the human race. His fate concerns me. Yours does not.
Enough! You are all my sons, born of my blood. Some loyal and faithful through the ages, some wayward and treacherous, walking their own paths. But the crimes of the past mean nothing. All paths have led back here. The blade of fate hangs above Fenris. Together we shall drive it deep into the icy earth of that worthless world.
The hardest choices require the strongest wills. Destiny arrives all the same. And now it's here.
Do you know who once said, new growth cannot exist without first the destruction of the old? The wise guru Lahima, an airbender. Let go your earthly tether. Enter the void. Empty and become wind. Empty and become wind.
Let me tell you something that my father told me. Look at the stars. The great kings of the past look down on us from those stars.
Really?
Yes. So whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings will always be there to guide you.
After I lost you last time, I completely focused on attaining total and perfect control of my lightning psyches. How I've waited for this moment to prevail. You will feel the fear and pain known only to humans who've used the notebook. And when it's your time to die, it will fall on me to write your name in my death note.
Don't worry. I won't have you lashed to a cross like the rest of these degenerates. It's useful that you happen by. I want you to witness the fate of the town of Nipton, to memorize every detail. And then, when you move on, I want you to teach everyone you meet the lesson that Caesar's legion taught here.
In disgrace, with fortune in men's eyes, I all alone beweep my outcast state, and trouble deaf heaven with my bootless cries, and look upon myself and curse my fate, wishing me like to one more rich in hope, featured like him with friends possessed, desiring this man's art and that man's scope, with what I most enjoy, contented least. Yet in these thoughts myself almost despising, haply I think on thee. And then my state, like to the lark at break of day arising from sullen earth, sings hymns at heaven's gate. For thy sweet love remembered, such wealth brings, that then I scorn to change my fate with kings.
The easy answer is Warhammer 40,000. That is my jam. I have been into it since I was 10.
What's your army at the moment?
Custodes.
The kind of jiu-jitsu fitness is a different thing. It's extraordinary, how much it gasses you straight away, and it forces you to start thinking. And that's what I like about jiu-jitsu the most, is that it's a thinking sport, and you have to be constantly aware of what's going on, constantly planning, constantly reading and assessing.